So I can pretty much do whatever I want. But I do want to mention three people in particular. From the start, Giselle Jones, Margaret Hughes, and Chief of Staff Tiffany Thurman. Please recognize them. Now, Mayor Parker, you'll appreciate this. I've said time and time again, being the mayor of any city is in fact the best job, not just in politics, it's just the best job. The toughest job is being the chief of staff. That's a tough job. I'm on the edge of Tiffany not taking my phone calls because every time I call her, I'm asking for something. Not for me, but I'm asking for something, and she knows it. But for some reason, she keeps taking my calls. Please tell her I said thank you. Great leaders, though, are individuals who understand that sports can be a force for unity, for economic development, for civic pride. And today, we are fortunate to have one of those leaders with us. She is someone who's made it her mission to ensure that Philadelphia continues to shine, not just in 2026, but well beyond. She is the 100th mayor of the city of Philadelphia, the first woman to hold this office, and the visionary who is shaping our future for a city with bold ideas, inclusive leadership, and the greatest sense of unity that we have seen in centuries. It is my great honor in this room, where I spent a lot of time, it's my honor to introduce the person who will share today's major announcement. Please welcome Mayor Sherelle L. Parker.
Mayor Nutter, I kept looking at you and then looking up at the award-winning portrait here. Didn't it feel great seeing our former Mayor Michael Nutter back at the podium? Now, Mr. Mayor, before I get started, we do things just a tad bit differently here. You all don't get the opportunity to stand and be comfortable. You all have to come up here with me, each and every one of you. Come on up on each side. Councilmember Ahmad, let me just start by saying to our former mayor, Michael Nutter, Mayor Nutter, once a mayor of Philadelphia, always a mayor, leader, and champion for our city of Philadelphia. To Ray Street Partners, to Carlos Rogers and Eric Robbins, AmeriGas, the title sponsor, our city representative Giselle Jones, and the entire staff, the Office of Special Events. And I want to ask one question, and you need to respond Philly style. Is Manayunk, Roxborough, Fairmount, and the Parkway in the house? It is an honor, a true honor, to stand before you today with this very exciting news. Philadelphia is a city of firsts, we all know, a city of fighters and of fierce community spirit. It's important to note that we are a city that doesn't just host events, we elevate them. We don't just cheer from the sidelines, we show up, we participate, and we make sure that every moment matters. And that's why I'm thrilled to announce the official return of one of our city's most iconic sporting events. Get excited, everyone, because the Philadelphia Cycling Classic is back, baby. the majesty of the Benjamin Franklin Parkway, the party that is Manny Young, and of course the Manny Young Wall, great spectating at Lemon Hill, and all along the iconic original race route. All of it is coming back to Philadelphia, and mark your calendars right now. Everybody should start texting. August 30th, 2026. I'm sorry. I see someone in the audience, and he was trying to be comfortable. State Representative Keith Harris, you need to come up here with us, State Representative. If there are any other elected officials who are hiding in the State Rep Darisha Parker up here, please. Intergovernmental cooperation and collaboration. This race is, and you've heard Mayor Nutter say this, it is more than a competition. It's a celebration of who we are. It's literally a chance to showcase our neighborhoods, our culture, and our commitment to health, wellness, and community engagement. When we think about, now I've never experienced this, so I can only say these things in words, what I'm about to mention, because I have no actual real life lived experience, Majority Leader Gilmore Richardson, but I've only listened to what those who have participated had to say. And let me make it as intense as they described it. From the steep climbs of the Manny Young Wall. I said, what does that feel like, right? To the scenic stretches of Fairmount Park. The Philadelphia Cycling Classic will once again bring together elite athletes, passionate fans, and local families for a weekend of excitement and unity. But it's important for us on today to remember this isn't just about one day or one race. It's about building a legacy. So the return of the Philadelphia Cycling Classic is a part of a broader vision for Philadelphia, not just in 2026, but 2026 and beyond. As we prepare to host, everyone's excited about the FIFA World Cup, about the MLB All-Star Game, and as we celebrate our nation's 250th birthday, we are also investing in events, and this is important, that will return year after year after year to bring the excitement, to bring the, and I have to just say this for the record, I'm a mayor, so Mr. Mayor, this is extremely important. Can we give a round of applause for economic impact? Council members, economic impact, Councilmember Jones. And so the Philadelphia Cycling Classic will be one of those legacy events, and it will help to put Philly back on the global cycling map, and you can't make this up. For those of you who have it as a Google announcement on your phone, there was just an article in like the Canadian Times talking about this classic coming back to Philadelphia. And again, I want to give an incredible amount of sincere thanks and, quite frankly, gratitude to our former mayor, Michael Nutter. Mr. Mayor, yeah, give him another round of applause, please. Mr. Mayor, when I think about you, I think about former Mayor Kinney, former Mayor Street, and of course, former mayor, and well, I call him Gov May. That was my way of describing both of his roles. Rendell, who I just spoke with this morning. You all continue to make championing Philadelphia a priority in all that you do. And I don't ever want you to think as mayor that I take that for granted. Your role is important, and you are a mayoral ambassador for the city of Philadelphia. So don't ever try to get out of that job. You got it. Carlos Rogers. Carlos, give Carlos a round of applause. Where's Eric Robbins? Eric?
You can't miss it.
And to all of our sponsors and civic partners, your vision and dedication have made this moment possible. To the people of Philadelphia, I want you to remember this, and this is important. The race belongs to you. And it's important to know that this is a Philadelphia tradition that we want to make sure continues for generations to come. So whether you're a cyclist, a neighbor, a business owner, or a fan, this event is yours, because together we are one Philly, a united city. And whether you all thought you were going to get out of here without doing it, you better put ones in the air. Everybody. Mayor Nutter and team, this is what you all have helped us to realize with bringing this back, that together we are, let me hear you say, one Philly, a united city. Congratulations to each of you. Thank you.
We're going to show Mayor Parker, thank you again, seriously. A powerful announcement. Your leadership continues to shape this great city. We're truly excited to see this legacy live on, and more excited for what's ahead. But nothing shows it better than seeing it. So we put together a very short video, like a campaign thing, 30 seconds. It showcases the energy, the excitement, and the passion that make Philadelphia Cycling Classic so special. So let's take a look.
The fans can't wait for this one day of the year. The course consists of a 14.4-mile circuit through the streets of Philadelphia. A variety of twists and turns designed to test the best of them. This is the infamous Manny Young Wall. It climbs 250 vertical feet in less than half a mile. That's as high as a 28-story building. It's the make it or break it point of the bike race. The Classic is back.
In the city.
That's right. The class, I love it this.
Well, seeing that video and all of you in the new gear really brings the energy of the race to life. It's clear the legacy truly does live on, and we couldn't be more excited, of course, to be here today. One more round of applause for Mayor Parker, please. Mayor, thank you. As we celebrate the return of this iconic race, it's also important, of course, to recognize the visionaries who made today possible. One of those leaders is someone I've worked with tirelessly behind the scenes, driven by the deep passion that he has for Philadelphia and the sport of cycling. Eric Robbins is not only one of our co-founders of Race Street Partners, but also a champion for our city's future. His commitment to building strong partnerships and his belief in the power of community has been instrumental in reviving this event. Eric understands that it takes more than enthusiasm. It takes collaboration, investment, and a shared vision to create something truly lasting. Please welcome to the lectern, Eric Robbins.
Wow, I need a moment. Amazing video, wouldn't you say? Really excited. Thank you, Mayor Parker, and thank you to the city. I could not be more humbled. I love this city, and I'm glad to be bringing this exciting event back. Again, I'm one of the founders of Race Street Partners, and it's my privilege to work alongside so many passionate and dedicated partners to bring the Philadelphia Cycling Classic back to this great city. But as you all know, it takes more than passion. It takes partners who believe in a vision and are willing to invest in it. One of those partners is a company that knows Philadelphia quite well, not just as a market, but as a home. AmeriGas has been part of the city's story for decades, and today they're stepping forward to help write the next chapter. Their support of the Philadelphia Cycling Classic reflects a deep commitment to community, innovation, and civic pride. I'm delighted to announce AmeriGas as our titled sponsor and to give you the Philadelphia Cycling Classic presented once again by AmeriGas. So please join me in welcoming Bob Flexon, President and CEO of UGI Corporation, and Michael Sharp, President of AmeriGas Propane, to share more about their exciting and very central role in this fantastic journey.
Well, it is great to be here, and sometimes I wonder, how did I get here? Well, I think the journey for me started about this time last summer when Mario Longhi, our chair of UGI, recruited me to come back to UGI, which I had been away from for about 14 years or so. And so it's been an amazing experience for me, and I got a call from Dan Fitzpatrick from Citizens Bank and said, you know, you ought to sit with Mayor Nutter and Eric Robbins, because they've got a cycling idea for you. And I thought, okay, well, that sounds interesting. And Katrina and I met with Eric and Mayor Nutter, and right away we kind of knew what we wanted to do. I mean, they're both compelling individuals, big hearts, great ideas, and all in it for the community. And it just felt like the right thing for us to do. So, you know, thank you for working with us, and we're going to have a great partnership together. Really look forward to it. And first, I want to talk a little bit about myself for a moment, because when they ask, who am I? I'm a Philadelphian. I was born over in Cooper Hospital in Camden, grew up in Haddonfield, where my father was a postman for 40 years, went to school at Villanova, rode on the Schuylkill River for many years, and my first job was with former Cooperson Library in the building that burnt down, which I had nothing to do with. So first and foremost, I love Philadelphia, and this just feels great to be part of this. You think about UGI is the parent company to AmeriGas, and UGI started in 1882 right across the street from City Hall. So we've been around for many, many years, and the business back in 1882 was delivering manufacturing gas to homes, to businesses, and to street lamps. So it's been a long journey for us. We're now headquartered in King of Prussia, about 10,000 employees worldwide, most of which are in Pennsylvania. So we've got a nice big footprint in the area. And for us to be part of the community, to be part of the team, to bring this back means an awful lot to us. For us to be a great company, part of it is have great chemistry, great teamwork, partner with our local community, and be part of the, like I said, one world, one community, one city, and it's going to be a fabulous event. Looking forward to it, and that's who UGI is. We want that level of teamwork, support, community involvement, and again, make this just a great event. Really looking forward to it. I'll turn it over to Michael Sharp, who's the president of AmeriGas, and he has to manage his budget to make sure we can, he doesn't go over it.
Thank you, Bob. Thank you, Mayor Parker. Thank you, Mayor Nutter. Man, it's hard to go after Mayor Parker after all the energy there, so can't lie, a bit intimidated by that. She did fantastic. But again, thanks for everyone for joining us here today. I'd like to start out saying, you know, AmeriGas, inherent in our name, AmeriGas is America's propane company, right? With well over 1 million customers, we are the largest retail propane provider in the U.S. So sponsoring this event just felt like a natural outcome of who we are and what we stand for. We have strong Philadelphia roots, as Bob said. Our headquarters in King of Prussia. We have over 30,000 customers in the local area. So our drivers know these streets. Our employees live in the community, raise their family in the communities. We're part of Philadelphia, right? From backyard barbecues to fueling forklifts in Philly warehouses to heating people's homes. We're a fabric of the community. So very, very proud to be part of this. And it's special also because it coincides with the resurgence of AmeriGas, right? We're going through a renaissance ourselves with laser focused on customer service, right? So we're investing heavily in changes to our customer service to get that world-class service our customers deserve and to show them respect and that they're proud of AmeriGas. So we're investing heavily in routing delivery, again, to better our service. We're expanding our customer service options, which includes bringing our call centers back to the U.S. So right now, we're bringing our call centers back to the U.S., which is fantastic, right? We need to get that local feel back as much as we can, and we're in the process of doing that. Moving on, I would like to talk a bit about values and how our values align with the Philadelphia Cycling Classic. You know, I think the Philadelphia Cycling Classic embodies everything that we stand for. You know, excellence, community, discipline, hard work, relentless desire to win, right? All the things that go behind Carlos and Eric and the Philadelphia Cycling Classic are part of our fabric of AmeriGas. So again, very happy to be here, very proud to be here, humbled to be here, as Eric said. Looking forward to a fantastic event. Looking forward to seeing everybody August 30th of 2026. And just proud to be here. So thank you.
Again, I cannot thank AmeriGas enough. They've just been tremendous, absolutely tremendous from the very beginning. Great people doing great things, and we look forward to going down this path with them. Now I get to talk about my brother and partner, Carlos Rogers. I don't even need to read this. I mean, when Carlos called me almost 2 years ago about this event, I wasn't even sure what he was talking about. I mean, he was so excited and so passionate about it. By the time I got off the phone, I committed to something that, again, I wasn't even sure what it was, but I knew it was infectious and I had to be a part of it. And then the next thing I knew I had to pull in my friend, Mayor Nutter. And I remember the phone call very well that, I still tell you, it's like the Godfather scene. I didn't give him a choice. I said, we're going to do this, and we're going to do this together and do it for the city that we love. And man, it's been a heck of a ride. And as you can see, so many people in this room, again, I'll use the word humbled. It takes a village, and we're not on this journey by ourselves, and we feel just incredibly fortunate that we have so many wonderful people here supporting us. Again, we couldn't be more appreciative. The other person I'd like to identify is Robin Morton from G4 Productions. You know, from the very beginning, I think it was really important for us from the very beginning to honor the individuals in the past that really know this race inside and out, the people who brought it back. You know, we're doing it year after year. And she had been working with Carlos for a long time, even before I got involved, tirelessly. And we thank her. She is incredible. She is incredible, and again, we are so appreciative. But I honestly, this man, Carlos, who started this whole journey, his passion and his vision for what this great event could be in a great city, again, is infectious, and I love him for it. I'm honored to be his partner along with Mayor Nutter and AmeriGas, and I give him his time. Come on up here, brother.
mayor says I'm where I'm supposed to be right now, so that's how it goes. I could stand up here for an hour and speak on the bike race, and I was told not to wing it, so I'm not going to wing it. I'm going to go to my notes here and make sure that I try and cover all my bases. But every moment that and this is off the cuff, this is not the script, but every moment I get in a room with people that are celebrating the effort that I've put into this and that my partners have put into this is a momentous occasion. It's been just a long journey and started just with a little seed in my head that I started watering over time and started reaching out to more and more people in and around the city, and everybody was so passionate to get involved. So thanks, Eric. Thanks, Mayor. Thank you, Michael. Thank you, Bob. And there's a lot of women behind the scenes, too, that have helped out. Athena Global Advisors, Robin Morton, I'll get to that in a second. But so I've started I grew up in and around Philadelphia in Mount Airy and Manayunk. I started racing in the early 90s, and in 1994, while living on Terrace Street in Manayunk, I was able to get on a pro combine team and participate in our hometown race. And what a thrill to be on that stage with the best riders in the world in the town that I grew up in. And so there's a deep passion that I have not only for cycling, but for Philadelphia and this race, and it lives strong, and I'm proud to represent the race and Race Street Partners. After I stopped my competitive career, I went on to promote a small race in Riverton, New Jersey, where I live now, and I've been doing that for a number of years, and it's been a way to give back, and it's another grassroots effort that I've done that I started with just a seed again to try and get people involved because cycling is such an inclusive sport. I probably wouldn't be here if I didn't get my first road bike from my brother Lee Rogers, who owns Bicycle Therapy on South Street and has for 35 years now. So there's your economic impact. And for those of you, I've probably reached out to many of you here and many around the city and beyond. This truly has been a grassroots project for me. And I'm also a full-time businessman, and I own Hush Salon Philadelphia in Old City. So I have to thank my clients and my staff for, in between haircuts, answering the phone, sending emails, doing cold calls, and whatever it was to get to this point today. So I really want to give a thanks to everyone who sat in the chair while I've cut their hair and picked their brains about who can they contact, who can they help out. And everybody has been super passionate and super enthusiastic. So I want to send a shout out to my clients and staff because they've been with me as long as I've been doing this project. So thank you. There's no way I would be standing up here without the support of my wife, Adrienne Rogers, my partner and co-owner of Hush Salon Philadelphia, my son, Leo. I mean, you could say that I'm a bit of a bull in a china shop, and I just keep going forward. And I think the motto that I have to get to this point, and maybe it resonates with a lot of you here, is that you have to have passion, you have to have persistence, and you have to persevere. And those are the three things that have got me to this point. I wish I knew where that internal drive came from, but I'm happy that it's landed me on the podium today here with all these people here. And I'm just thrilled and deeply thankful for the city of Philadelphia for giving us this opportunity to bring back this iconic sport to the streets of Philadelphia. And at this point, I just want to get into some of the details of the race. Some of you may know the race was shortened in its latter years, but my motto was to go big or go home. We had to have the Parkway. The iconic start-finish of the Philadelphia Cycling Classic was a full stop. We had to have that. I knew it would cost more money, but there's no way not to have the race celebrated on what models after the Champs-Élysées in the Art Museum. So that's the first thing. The course is the same 14.5 miles. If you're not aware, it starts at the Art Museum, goes down Kelly Drive and into Manayunk, up the famous or infamous Manayunk Wall, down the Manayunk Avenue, the fall from the wall, and back onto Kelly Drive, where it makes a little jug handle turn into Strawberry Meadows, comes down back off of Strawberry Meadows and back onto the Parkway, where it goes back up to Lemon Hill, the iconic, one of another iconic viewing stands, and then back, of course, onto the celebrated Ben Franklin Parkway. It's very important that we make sure that there's parity, and we're definitely going to have a women's race and a men's race. The purse will be the same, $75,000 each. That's, as Eric pointed out, we've raised the level of that amount above the UCI standard that's expected. And so we understand that not only men but women deserve their place in this sport. The sport is getting much more diverse, and we're excited to include all of our partners in the city to do that. And I'm just humbled to be here today to share this passion with you. And I hope that this passion lives on in you and that we see you out on race day in a year. We have a long way to go, but I'm just super thrilled, super passionate, super grateful for all the people that I've met along the way. And I stay true to myself and remember where I came from. And I'm just a person just like anybody else that had an idea. And I just kind of stayed with it. So thank you very much for that opportunity to give back to the city. Now I'd like to give a warm welcome to my friend and a four-time U.S. professional road race champion who's raced all around the world, but I think he could call Philadelphia home, as he has the Stars and Stripes jersey here multiple times. World-class athlete, Freddie Rodriguez.
Thank you, Carlos. Thank you, Mayor Gass. Thank you, Philly, for putting on this. It's so nice to be back in Philly. To me, it's a second home. I've created a history here for my career, winning 3 professional titles in Philly. So it's a second home to me. Matter of fact, my son is playing soccer at Haverford College now, and part of the decision of coming here was the history that we had as a family with the city, with the race, that helped with the decision. So it is home to us. I still remember my first time coming to Philadelphia in 1995 as an amateur rider on the national team. I didn't get to compete in Philly because I was still amateur, but I won Lancaster. I got second at Trenton, and I watched the guys race on Sunday, and I knew I wanted to come back. I got that chance the next year in 1996. I was able to race as a professional and almost win the race. I ended up 3rd overall and 2nd American, so I quickly started creating a history for myself at this race that made it second home to me. As a professional that races the Tour de France, the Giro d'Italia, the Olympics, to be able to come home and call a race home is big, and so that's what Philly became to me. I brought a couple props to show you guys some of the things that I've won over the time of years of racing here. So going a little bit back, I won in 2000 in the actual U.S. Pro Champion jersey. And that year, basically, the team gets to go and make a jersey for me that basically is the national champion in this. So I got to take this jersey back with pride to the Tour de France. And that's kind of the thing that really drove a lot of us Americans to be able to come here to Philly to come race the race and bring all the European teammates and basically compete at the highest level of a Tour de France caliber here in Philly. This is the trophy that we got, the Liberty Bell, of course. I'm really hoping this is what the riders will be getting in the future. So anyways, from a rider's perspective, when you think of the race, when you think about the fans out there, when you're coming into the Manioc as a racer, you hear the crowd, you hear the cheers, you hear them having fun. You come onto that climb and you just feel the energy from the crowd. To be able to go onto Lemon Hill and see the families doing barbecues and rushing out to the course as we're coming by, to finally end up coming into what felt like a stadium when you come back onto the parkway where you got to finish the race. So when you came into that feeling of coming out of the woods into the parkway, you got goosebumps as an American and I think as a professional racer. You had the helicopter right above you, really loud. You had the fans, it felt like a stadium. And so for a cyclist, there's only, I think, one race in the world that kind of makes that level of ambiance, and it's probably Champs-Élysées in Paris on the last day. So kudos to Philadelphia for creating that, because it's the people that create that ambiance. So I'm really excited to be here, to be part of the media team, to be part of the race, and see this race go on and carry the legacy that it has. Thank you.
Freddie, thank you. Thank you for being here. Congratulations again for the work, the effort, the commitment that you've made. I'm going to introduce a very good and longtime friend, but there are a couple other folks. I know he had to leave, but our great police commissioner, Kevin Bethel, was here for a good while. He's a little busy these days, so couldn't stay for the whole thing. Trish Wellenbach is here in the back, and not in public service, but still providing service to the public. The longest serving city solicitor in the city's history, Shelley Smith, is here with us also. Shelley, thank you. As we look ahead to the return of Philadelphia Cycling Classic, it's clear that this event is about more than just racing. It's about community, opportunity, and the city's commitment to making this a celebration for everyone. No one understands that better than our next speaker, Giselle Jones. Giselle has been a driving force behind and in front of the city's efforts to support major events and ensure they deliver a lasting impact for all of our neighborhoods, our businesses, and our residents. Her leadership and dedication have helped make Philadelphia a model for how other cities can engage and uplift their communities through world-class experiences. Please join me in welcoming the city representative, Giselle Jones, to share about Philadelphia Classic.
Thank you, sir. Don't knock the bike over.
Don't knock the bike over. Yeah.
Okay, great. Wow, this is an amazing day. It's really heartfelt for me because I have participated in this bike race for decades. So it is really, truly my pleasure. Thank you, Fast Freddie and the mayor, for sharing your personal experience as a pro racer and a champion of this race. You have perfectly encapsulated what we all know to be true. There is no place like Philadelphia. As City Rep and Director of Operations for Special Events, I am really pleased to be here today for this very special announcement. In fact, I'm intimately familiar with the race, and there are many people that I see in this room who has been on the journey with me for this race. The special events team is here, Michelle, Margaret, and actually Charlita Davis, who was in the city rep's office during all the bike race years. We have all participated in working with these people and under Robin's leadership as a race director as well. So thank you to all of you. I also want to echo the sentiment and excitement shared here today, especially to go back what Mayor Parker said about the race belonging to Philadelphia and its communities. Manayunk loves the race. I see Jane, and I haven't seen her in a while. My husband, Councilman Jones, finds his place to perch up in Manayunk to watch the race all day. It is very iconic from start to finish, and now we're going to bring it back to Ben Franklin Parkway. So you do not need to be a cycling insider to understand speed. Right, Freddie? There is nothing quite like it for the spectators. It is so exhilarating to watch. Having managed and experienced the operations of this race for many years that it took place, it is incredibly exciting to have an international event of this caliber back in Philadelphia. Our city is an international festival and event awardee, which is very big in the event world. And this year, we will have received this award for the 11th time consecutively. So very proud of how Philadelphia manages large-scale events. In 2026, Philadelphia Cycling Classic will be no different. As we prepare to launch the biggest year in Philadelphia's recent history, our nation's 250th birthday, we hope that you will all be as equally excited as we are to get out your cowbells, your vintage cycling jerseys, and racing gear to wear on August the 30th. This is a free spectator event, so we do expect to see all of you there. We have quite a few sports enthusiasts in the room. We have Meg Kane, our executive and CEO of FIFA World Cup, Greg Karen from the CVB, our president and CEO, so I just want to give them a shout out too for being a part of this sports world. So I can't wait to hear those bells at the end of the finishing laps around the end of the race on August 30th. I want to thank Mayor Nutter because during his tenure is when Philadelphia actually grew to the magnitude that it is. So you have a living legacy of all the things that you have allowed me to be a part of and be creative with. A world-class city is because of you. So thank you very much, and thank all of you.
We're going to, you've been tremendously patient with us. We're going to wrap up in a few minutes, and I have one last person to introduce, but I always need to, they are together, but they are stars in their own right, so I always like to make a break in between them. And I also need to mention, we've talked about our title sponsor, we've talked about the city support. Carlos made reference to, or Freddie, I guess, made reference to helicopters and all of the technology. Everyone may not necessarily come to the race, especially if you maybe live kind of far away. And so through the wonders of technology, I'm excited to also talk about our broadcast partner in this effort, and that is 6ABC. And we certainly love all of our media, and no disrespect to all the folks who are here with us today, but Bernie Prezenica embodies 6ABC and its level of excellence, and he has his team here, and John Mars and Terry Belford, but can we please recognize Bernie and the team. Bernie, thank you. So before I was mayor, some folks may remember, and I know there are people from Roxborough, Manayunk, East Falls, and West Philadelphia. I had this other job, and I was a councilman for the 4th Council District. A significant portion of the race goes through the district that I used to represent. I had to leave that job to run for mayor, but the citizens of the 4th District are in more than good hands with a person who has served even now longer than I have, and that is the great councilman of the 4th Councilmatic District, best district in the city. No disrespect to city council members, but you know, Councilman Curtis Jones.
So this is nostalgic for me. In '08, I had the opportunity to run and win to succeed former Mayor Nutter, but more importantly, former Councilman Michael Nutter. He is the original Mr. 4th District. I remember when the race came up, Jane Lipton, Manioc Development Corporation, and the folk up in Roxborough, East Falls, all said, all right, we're going to do this race. And I looked at the boundaries, and I said, well, who drew this up? It goes through Lemon Hill, 4th District, goes through East Falls, 4th District, goes through Manioc, 4th District, and Roxborough, 4th District. I said, he did. And I'm so glad. We have a tradition. I usually camp out at La Bus, Winnie La Bus, or we rent the tables out there, and every time we ring the bell, every time they come by. Mayor Nutter was kind enough, because I was from his district, to put me in a sidecar. That was the lead sidecar for the race. After I picked the bugs out my teeth, I swore before God I would never do that again, because even in that sidecar, it seemed so fast. And the courageous riders that took of them, women and men, are able to partake. It is more than a bike race, it's an event. Jane Lipton, who I mentioned, got rid of Jell-O shots. Don't ask me any hard questions about that, but she knows exactly what I'm talking about. It is a family fun event. People barbecue. You can walk right up on someone's steps, and they'll give you a burger or a hot dog or a beer sometimes. But it is a family event that we've grown used to. And I just want to say thank you to the sponsors and welcome back. And never, 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 ever leave again.
So to wrap things up and to the councilman's comment, yeah, I did the sidecar once, and yeah, no. It's a wonderful experience. Thank you all. Seriously, thank you for joining us here today and for sharing in this truly exciting moment. I shared with the team, I left office in January 2016. I came back for one meeting that happened to be in this room in 2023, which was the first time I'd been back in the room since then. And then in November, was mentioned for the portrait. This is a very special building for this city. And this room is a very special place, and where some of the most special announcements and activities, some really, really great, and every now and then, other things happen. But this is the place to have this kind of announcement. It is the classic Philadelphia moment. I want to thank all of our partners, all of the news media who are here, and my partners, Race Street partners, Eric and Carlos and Eric, for giving me the opportunity to do something else for the city. I'm a public servant. It's who I am, it's what I'm about, and this is a different form of public service. But to be a part of an event that is so special to Philadelphians, and to Bob and Mike and Mario, Katrina, the entire AmeriGas team, Maggie and Athena, and Mary Stengel Austin. Mary Stengel. The legacy continues. For the riders to return to this legendary course, and for the fans, both long time or maybe it's your first one coming. 2026 is on the horizon. Some of our 2026 partners, the map continues to expand, the activities that will take place in this city. We're always a great city. We're always going to be a great city. As I've mentioned to folks just on a few occasions, we're celebrating the 250th anniversary of the Declaration of Independence and the founding of this country. Philadelphia, of course, is older than our country. There'll be massive celebrations across the country, and I'm sure Americans who are in other countries, they'll be celebrating as well. But there is no celebration of the 4th of July anywhere else in America that will ever be better, be more important, more significant, more impactful than in Philadelphia. The Founding Fathers had 13 different places they could go. They chose Philadelphia. And then they came back and made a constitution. And then they came back and back and back and back again. This is the original convention city in the United States of America. This is the place. We do big things well because we have the greatest people in the country. We're going to have a great race. Thank you. I don't know. Anybody have any questions from the news media? This is not a town hall meeting. Any? Yes, Pat. I'm sorry. Hold on. Hold on. Couple press questions. Yes, Pat. No. Next question. I'm sorry. Well, you may have noticed that there are a few things going on in 2026. So that's one. So, you know, there's only so much calendar, there's only so much space. But secondly, and I think more importantly, and the real answer is, you also may have noticed that cycling has not been that prominent in the United States for some years. As Carlos will tell you, there's a race that started in Maryland just a couple years ago. And so when we looked at the calendar, FIFA, PGA, NCAA, 4th of July, and of course, Major League Baseball, we had to find a window that made sense for us for this race. And secondly, with the race in Maryland, we wanted to coordinate our efforts such that when the international cyclists come for that race, that ours is has a proximity from a timing standpoint so that they're in the United States, they're in North America, they can do the Maryland race and they can do our race as well. And we found a window where there's nothing else going on August 30th, 2026. Boom! That's our date. Next question. We'll see you soon. Thanks. Bye-bye.